Love life, question mark. I think so many women have had the exact same experience. Joy of life is in the journey, so enjoy the journey. So I left a question box on my Instagram story and I asked you all to ask me questions to better get to know me. So I screenshotted a bunch that I wanted to answer. Let's start off strong with my New Year's resolutions. A lot of people asked, what are my resolutions this year? I did a video on this as well, talking about how the main thing that I do instead of New Year's resolutions is I do a word of the year. And I pick a word that is something I want to work on, an area I want to become better at. In years past, I chose patient. This year I chose the word persistence. I want to incorporate my consistency and my resilience to be persistent in all that I do this year. I think it's a great word. I think it's a great word for entrepreneurs. I am an entrepreneur. If you're new here, I own my own business. It's called A Love Letter Too. I work in the wellness space. I'm also a best-selling author. But on top of that, some New Year's resolutions that I am focusing on this year is I wanted to have a really good night routine. I'm super big into mornings. I wake up every day around 6:37, make my bed immediately, and then I never touch it. I think that's so important. But this year I want to focus on doing a really good night routine because I think nights are just as important as mornings. How you start and end your day, I think, are the most important parts of your day. So I've started incorporating stretching into my night routine, getting in bed like a half hour before I want to be asleep, and reading or journaling at that time, and then not using my phone for 30 minutes before I go to bed. That's my biggest New Year's resolution, and then I have some smaller ones as well, like places I want to travel or friends that I want to be able to see this year that I didn't get to see last year. I make my New Year's resolutions fun and try to incorporate some fun activities into them versus just like goal setting, because I think my day-to-day is very goal-oriented and that can become really draining and very overwhelming, which is also why I do the word of the year, to not overwhelm myself with a million goals. This is like a compound question. It says, do you believe in God? Have you been to church on the weekends? Have you gone skydiving before, and have you been to Las Vegas? Okay, so a bunch of questions in one chat. Yes, I do believe in God. Yes, I do go to church on the weekends. That is a huge part of my life. I think you have to believe in something. And for me, I believe in God, and I live my day-to-day with that faith at the forefront. And I think it's really helped me become who I am and helped me achieve a lot of my goals. Yes, I go to church on the weekends. Sometimes I watch church online too. I don't always just go in person. I have never been skydiving. I'm actually afraid of heights, so I don't foresee myself ever skydiving. And I have been to Las Vegas many times. What's my favorite thing to write about? I think it depends on what I'm writing for. If I'm journaling, I love to just write about my day, write about my life, maybe manifest or kind of daydream about certain aspects of my life. But if I'm writing for like a book or for work, it's always like self-help, wellness, motivational. I'm so into the self-care space and the wellness space. And if I'm writing anything for work, I'm actually working on another book right now, and it is all about self-care and wellness and tips and all that. That's my forte. That's what I love to do. What inspired you to start your own business? I think it's so cool to hear people's origin stories or how they got to where they are. For me, growing up, I always knew in some aspect I wanted to become an author. Whether I wrote one book, I wrote 10 books, whether it was my main career or my side career, I knew it was something that I wanted to do. I just thought it would come later in life. And I think with a lot of us, we push our dreams aside and think we'll get to them later because we don't think we're prepared enough, we don't have enough money yet, or whatever the circumstances are, we just say we'll do it later. But why not do it now? And that was something that happened with me about 2 years ago when I really looked at my life and I thought, yeah, I like my life right now, but I don't love it. And there's so many things that I would change, including my job. And I decided to start writing my first journal, and then from that I created my brand and I wrote my first book. It became a bestseller at Barnes & Noble, and now I just released another journal called the Breakthrough Journal, and I'm working with universities and speaking all over the country to women-centric events. But long story short, I didn't necessarily always think I was going to do this, but I always had a passion for it. So I kind of looked at my life and thought, why not do it now? Why wait till I'm older when probably I'm not gonna have as much time as I do now? So it was nothing crazy. It wasn't like a certain moment of my life. It just was a realization that if you're not doing the things you love now, you can't possibly expect yourself to do them later. What's one thing you've done you don't think anyone else has done? Ooh, okay. I attended a presidential inauguration, which was the coolest experience ever, and I think if you ever have the opportunity to go to one, you totally should, because you're witnessing history. It is so unlike anything else I've been to. It's beyond any sports event, it's beyond any concert. It's absolutely incredible, and you're like in the presence of so much history right there. So I would say that's the one thing that most people haven't done. There are a lot of people that have, but I think that's really cool that I was able to do that. And I was only in high school, so that was really cool. What is one thing most people don't know about you? I feel like there's a lot of things people don't know about me. A lot of my life I share, a lot of my life I don't, but the one thing I think people are surprised to hear about me that they didn't already know is that I don't drink alcohol at all. I have drank before. It's not that I've never drank. I just don't think it's something that fulfills me or adds to my life, and I honestly don't really like the taste of any alcoholic drink. So I don't drink at all, and I probably won't ever drink again. It's nothing I like crave. I prefer to like stay in and read a book than go out, but that's just me. Not judging anyone that does drink, that's personal preference. 3 important things in life, someone said. For me, it would be family, faith, and my passions. My favorite hobbies: reading, self-explanatory, writing, and I love to golf. I haven't golfed as much here in Miami as I would like to, but I want to get more involved in a golf community here. I love golfing. I think it's just like reading and writing. It's a great way to kind of calm your mind, but like stay focused. And it's such a hard sport, so there's always room to grow and become better, which is something I love about golf. Love life, question mark? This question I got asked more than anything else in this question box on my Instagram. I've always been someone that's been a little bit more hesitant with sharing my relationships online, and that's just because I think that's the one thing that you can kind of keep to yourself, and it's a little more personal in my opinion. Not that I would never share, it's just something for me that I've always been a little bit more private about. I guess it's just how I like to live my life. And then this same person asked, thoughts on finding the one. This is such a relevant question for people in their 20s, because we're all kind of out there looking and hoping to find the one, and I'm a firm believer in there's no such thing as right person, wrong timing. I think people come into your life at the right time for a specific reason, and if they stay in your life or they leave your life, that's just how it's meant to go. I don't think right person, wrong timing exists. I'm sure a lot of you are going to argue about that in the comments, but that's my belief, and I think you can love multiple people in a lifetime, but I do think you have one person maybe that you're meant to be with forever, and I think the most important part is to really listen to your heart, into your head, and trust that if it feels like it's right, then it is right, and have confidence in yourself and who you are. Don't change who you are. Don't change how you act around someone to try to make yourself fit the mold of what maybe they want. Just be you, and if that person is meant to be in your life, then they're gonna be in your life. Biggest lesson of 2024, I would say to trust the plan and timing of your life. There was so many things that I was so ready for at the end of 2023 into 2024 that I just was like, I want to do it tomorrow, like I want to do it now. And if you just trust the timing and the plan of your life, that all will come. I've always wanted to move to Miami. It was something that I've always had on my to-do list, but it never felt like the right time until it finally did. And the way it worked out for me moving here was really cool. It all just kind of happened, everything fell into place, and that was such a testament to trust the time and plan of your life, and don't be overly focused on one specific thing. Like, the joy of life is in the journey, so enjoy the journey, enjoy the ups and downs. That's all such an important part of becoming you and finding your purpose and living out your life. So, and then my expectations for 2025 is the same person. I'm really excited. I honestly don't know what to expect for this year. I think every year brings really cool opportunities for everyone. I'm excited to see all the different people that will come into my life, the different job opportunities and work that I'll have, as well as just the growth. Going off of like the Miami thing, what has been your favorite thing about living in Miami? I would say the people I've met have been so awesome. I think Miami is such a cool place. It's so diverse. The people are so passionate and goal-oriented. And I've met so many people with amazing businesses and jobs and stories. And I've loved being able to connect with these people and learn about their life and share parts of my life and also like collaborate in ways. I think what's really cool about meeting new people is there's always something that you can share with each other that will benefit the other person. In my building, it's really like everyone in the elevator always talks. You get to know people and it's so awesome. I think that's what makes such a great community. So I love living where I live so much. The people are incredible. So you feel so at home here, and I think that's what's made Miami so great for me is honestly this building that I live in and the people that I've met being here. What is your favorite book or movie? My all-time favorite movie is The Grinch. Hands down, any time of year, that is my movie. I love The Grinch. My favorite book, that's a hard one because I've had so many books that I've loved. I would say the most recent favorite book of mine that I've read like in the past year is The Woman by Kristen Hanna. That was an exceptionally written book. The character development was amazing. I genuinely just enjoyed every second of the book. The history in it was super rich. Do you miss Pepperdine? Honestly, no. Like, I loved Pepperdine. It was great. I really enjoyed my time there, but I was ready to go, and I think like my time was up. I miss the people there. I miss like my life there. It was super fun, but when I went back to Malibu after, I was really glad that I wasn't there anymore because it's just so different. And obviously now, like as the fires broke out, so many of my friends back from Pepperdine lost their homes, and it's just been really sad and tragic. So I'm grateful to not have had to experience that, and I feel for everyone that has. It's such a scary process going through a wildfire. When I was at Pepperdine, we had Woolsey, which was really scary, but I couldn't imagine going through the Palisades fire. So my prayers every day have been going up to the people that have been affected and all the first responders and everybody. Favorite restaurant? Ooh. I'm not like a fancy restaurant person, but one of my favorite restaurants is Toca Madera in Scottsdale. I think it's so good, and they're actually opening one in Miami, and I cannot wait. That's one of my favorites. I love Carbone. And then like my favorite everyday restaurant, honestly, is McDonald's. I love a good McDonald's. My order is you ask for a cheeseburger with no meat and no condiments, just cheese grilled on the bun with the bun flipped. Amazing. It needs to be on the menu. But like, don't put it on the menu without putting it on with my name. I swear my family invented that. We ate it all the time as kids. How did pageants help you? I'm assuming they mean like in my life now. So I think what people don't understand is pageants are such big confidence boosters. While so many people look at pageants and try to tear them down and tear the women down, you create such incredible friendships and are able to gain so many awesome role models through the pageant industry. For me, I started at the young age of 9 or 10. I had an interview coach. I learned how to speak in front of crowds of hundreds of people when I was just barely in middle school, and that has helped me so much as I got older and like facing my challenges. Traveling all the way across the country for college from Ohio to California was crazy, but I think pageants was a huge like foundation to be able to do something like that, to be able to do what I do today, to start my own business. I think pageants kind of was the foundation for me, and it 100% made me the person I am today, and I think so many women have had the exact same experience. I'm very grateful for my experiences and everyone that I've met and the opportunities that were presented to me. Who encourages you the most? Oh my gosh, my parents. 1000%. My parents are so motivational. Just the other day, my dad, he always sends me Dad Speaks, he calls them. And he sent me the other day and said, life is what you make it, never give up and never give in, you are in it to win it. And he'll send me those like all the time, and they keep me so motivated and encouraged every single day, because working alone can be hard. Having your own business, you're kind of the only one that is pushing you and making sure that things get done. So having that support system and that encouragement from them, and so many of my friends too, is incredible. Do you regret anything? I feel like everyone's always like, you can't have any regrets, and like Yes, I do believe that your life happens how it's meant to happen, but yes, I do have regrets. Everyone does. And I think the biggest one for me that I always tell my younger friends or family members is, if you want something or you have a passion, start it like immediately. Don't wait. Like, I wish I started what I'm doing now when I was in college or when I was a little bit younger. Waiting to follow your dream or do your passion, like, it's never gonna be the right time if you wait. So I wish I didn't wait, but I'm glad that I eventually did start and didn't wait any longer. Favorite music genre? Ooh, probably rap. Both my siblings would say the same. We grew up like all listening to Lil Wayne. It's so funny, my best friend, she is like Taylor Swift through and through, and she's like, oh my gosh, like I listened to this growing up, like Taylor Swift and like Ali and AJ and all this stuff, and I was like, oh, like I listened to Lil Wayne. Mind you, my siblings are older than me, so like my iPod was like their music. So I grew up loving like the Carter albums, and Kendrick Lamar was like a huge like favorite of mine when I was in middle school. I still love Kendrick Lamar to this day, but I would say rap, and then like a close second would probably be like pop. Like, I'm really into Gracie Abrams right now, which is so different, but I would say my overarching like favorite genre is rap. Or art, like R&B. My last question, what are you most excited for this month? Honestly, I'm most excited for my niece's first birthday. She's so cute. I'm really excited to celebrate her and to go to her little birthday party. I hope I answered all of your questions. I hope I answered enough questions. I hope you learned something new. And I hope you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and continue watching the rest of my videos. I want to post more on YouTube this year, so stay tuned for behind the scenes work videos, morning routines, day in my lives, an apartment tour maybe, and definitely some golf videos because golf season's quickly approaching. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.